Part two, on this path to becoming a leader of yourself. A leader of yourself is a leader. Yes, you're a leader of yourself. Yes, you become a leader of yourself. That's what is required. Because see, what has happened is this system, that this world that we live in has said, give me your power. And that's what we did. We gave our power over instead of holding on to our old power. God put a piece of him in our hearts for us to be our own Godhead, for us to think for ourselves, for us to care for ourselves, for us to say, okay, I'm ready to go here, I'm ready to go here. But see, we got into religion, and religion means to return unto Death. That's what religion does. It brings you back to who you were before Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh did the Kundalini awakening. So basically, you undid everything he did to be in religion. Yeah. Because it doesn't show you how to become who God said. It takes you backwards. It doesn't take you forward. And then they say, I'm going to give you something that's brand new. No, they don't. What they do is they just reframe what they just said. And they preach the same sermon over and over again. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay? You're supposed to know your own self. Know when it's ready. Know when because you sitting there sleep in the sermon. You know why you sleep? Because you're ready for something else. You're ready for something else. But you don't know what you're ready for. But you're ready for something else. You need a push. You need a push to go forward, but you don't know what you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? But you're ready. Even in the pursuit of leadership of self, love and unity of self, or you go against your own intuition, peace of mind, sound judgment to get your needs met. When he has a way, but it's also it's uphill and it's steep. Arduous hill. Not many will climb this hill because it requires you to listen to your soul and a higher power instead of these animalistic desires. Because see, it requires you to say no to stuff to keep moving up. You just keep saying no. Old people in your past, see, nobody want to walk away from them. Because see, I know them. I know them and it feels comfortable. When God say let's go, that means it's go. I don't care how long you've known this person. I don't care if it's your mama, daddy. What did Jesus say? He said, my mother and brother are those that follow the will of God. Okay. All right. Okay, and then, let me turn this fan off here. It just got hot because I started channeling. I know I'm going to cut it back on because that's what happens when I start channeling. Confirmation bird. Sorry about that. Okay. So, this morning I sat down after I finished walking. Sorry about that, doing my workout. And Bernie Mac came and sat beside me. And he said, I'm going to get my lick back on this side. I was targeted. I may have cussed and enjoyed myself in comedy, but I have never been a pedophile or took anything that wasn't mine. I fought hard to be where I was. My problem was I saw the disrespect in the mannerisms, slight voice changes, and backhanded comments. I couldn't believe it was my own peeps. It's okay. All is being revealed now. Watch what I say. The things you can't let go will be the things that take you out. I was like, yeah. There was a movie and it said the things you love the most will be the things that'll take you out. And the girl that the guy was in love with was an assassin to get him. But he was so in love with her that he almost was taken out by her. But he realized what was going on and he took her out first. And I don't really know this young lady, but she calls me to stop my shower this morning. So we're going to just go with the young lady, okay? Only thing I remembered her from was this. I had to look her up. Because this is what she told me. I was the girl that was found in the refrigerator, freezer refrigerator at a hotel. So I was like, huh? So I had to go Google what her name was because I didn't know her. I'm looking at her like, I don't know this girl. Y'all know I be telling my business. But her name is Renika Jenkins. Everyone knows what happened to me. I was enjoying myself and then the atmosphere felt thick. I was trying to get away from everyone. But I felt like I was walking down this long corridor that kept getting longer and longer. I couldn't stand up, and then everything went black. I saw someone over me taking things from me inside. Them same organs are now amongst the rich and famous. The rumors are true, and they all know what happened, know what they did. Always using the fake crying to keep people from seeing her, acting like her oppressor counterparts, working hard to assimilate. They all work together to do this to me. Her hands aren't clean, and neither is her family. But the goal is to play along when someone's mom doesn't like you. But she likes everyone. That's a sign. Just saying. And as soon as that, I promise y'all, she sang this song to me. I was like, yo. I was like, yeah. So I'm going to just say it. This is what she said. You think that much, well then you can go and love yourself. And then she says, my mama don't like you. She likes everyone. And I said, ooh. And I said, well, let me just write this down and keep on moving. You heard what I said. That's what she said to me, and I'm going to leave it right there. We have the opportunity to lead ourselves and become our own shepherds. These are my thoughts when I was talking to God today. When you lead yourself and something happens to the main shepherd, you can keep going. If plants are sent, all skin folks aren't kin folks. Just saying, pay attention. Just like Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh said, when the shepherd is hit, the sheep are disabled and they scatter. No more sheep status. Lead yourself and be responsible for yourself and quit blaming others when you are mad when you made every decision to get where you are right now. Whether you are coerced, lied to, manipulated, emotionally lied to, you chose the path that you're on right now. This was hard to this was hard to digest, but this is talking to God. If you don't like it, turn around. Not complain, get to work. You owe it to yourself to know who you really are, not what someone told you to be. Break out of the molding of society and make your own mold of who you want to be and do. Then don't give away your power away to another again. Because you don't want to think or make decisions. Nothing worth having is easy. Make your own self happy and wealthy instead of those the other way around. Confirmation burp. There's nothing hidden that shall not be revealed. Pay close attention. Remember, it is your dream to make it happen. If people help you, it's okay. If they don't, it's okay too. Keep going. No one owes you anything but to love you, and vice versa. Oh, then I heard CC Peniston. Walk on, keep on, keep on. You can just, walk on, keep on. You can just, we're not talking to you anymore. You can just, keep on walking, keep on talking. Hey. Allow the winds of change to come through and cleanse what is for the new. Don't hold on, just let go. God has better. Watch. Let the dragons of change push the four winds to bring you what's yours. Rest. Psalms 46 and 10. Be still and know that he is God. When people ask you how you're doing and they blow you off as if what you said wasn't important, that's cool. Pull your energy back and keep going. Flashing lights, 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 lights. Flashing lights, lights. Kanye West. Move when God says go and not be held down by this world. Anything worth having will cause you to fight for it. You will have to let go. Release to go up. You can't stay where you are and grow. Abraham left his family. Elijah left everything that day. The disciples left everything behind. If you want to stay, there, that's fine. But to go with God, you're going to have to let go. And these are some thoughts I had today. I went out and about, and then I just couldn't stop. God made me just like him, a sovereign being. I don't have to answer to anyone but him. When he says move, it's my intuition to say, let's go. You don't have to answer to no one. No one. I know the church says, well, you got to go to your spiritual father and tell him. That ain't what God said. That ain't what God said. That's some man-made stuff. That ain't what God said. You don't answer to nobody. There's no in between. Go read it. God said there's no in between no more. It's him, and that's it. You are the righteousness of God. Step up and be who he called you to be. Woo, this one got me. I had to pull over. I started crying. I couldn't drive no more. Who told you were naked? This system, we've never been separated from God. Nothing can separate you from God. He said nothing, not life, not death, not blessing, not cursing, not nothing under the earth, not nothing above the earth, not nothing in the water. He said nothing. I've had close to 100 guys in the last 2 years. Look, remember what Jesus said. We know in part. So he's sending me to this person to get a part, then he'll send me to this person to get a part, then we send me to this person to get a part. And when they give me a part, it wakes up a piece of me, and then I keep going till I get to the next person. And then they give me a part, and it wakes up a piece of me that went to sleep that's dormant, and then I get to the next person. It's been over 100 guys in the last within the 2 years. It hasn't been the same person. It hasn't been arduous, yes, because I never know who I'm supposed to talk to. I'm going by my intuition and listening and filling out for God. That's the way God said it. He said it to where you trust him. Yes, you know numerology. Yes, you know astrology. Yes, you know all of this. But after you know all of that, you still got to trust him. That's what this is about. Woo! No person has it all. We all know in part. Moving when God says puts you in a place to get you where you need to be. It keeps you humble. It's time to come home to God yourself and see yourself as he intended. The reason Adam could have conversations in the Garden of Eden, which is now the Garden of Eden, is in your heart, because that's where God is. You can speak with him in the cool of the day. You can sit some time and just sit still, meditate, step on in. You don't need nobody to tell you when to talk to God. It's because he understands he was equal to God. Remember when it said in the New Testament, it said Jesus made himself equal with God, and that's why they sacrificed him. That is why they said you can't be equal with God. But Jesus came to show us a new way of thinking. He said, because God is in your heart and he is you and you are him. Doesn't that make you God? It makes you God with a small g, but it makes you a God. And when you step into your Godhead, you don't answer to nobody but capital G-O-D. Do you hear me? Jesus said, Yeshua Yahweh said, if you seen me, then you seen the Father. I have transformed my life so much that I am acting like God on the earth. And it is irritating demons or irritating people's negative emotions, because once you start acting exactly like God and you change your perception and you're no longer blaming someone else for how you're reacting, you take responsibility and you go inside, you start looking at you start changing and rearranging. This means even the smallest sparrow receives respect from me. However, once you show me once, there's no coming back. No matter how much I love you, whether you bore me or I bore you. Jesus said, my mother and my brother are those that keep the will of God. We don't like that though. Melchizedek and Anubis are walking the earth, and our hearts are being weighed as light as a feather. You don't know it's happening, but I'll give you some signs. You're talking in the middle of your sentence, you lose your place. You forget what you said. You ain't reading nothing. You just be like, and then all of a sudden you come back in, or you're about to get upset, and all of a sudden your heart fills up with love. And then you like, it ain't even that serious. All right. It's a separation going on right now. The rapture is happening now. We're all alive. They got it wrong. This time, the whole universe is being raptured. All species, all planets at one time. That's why they fighting so hard to get us to be in anger. Because if you get in anger, if they get enough people to get in anger, the ground, the earth doesn't move into the place of peace and rest. That's why they keep doing stuff every morning. A new thing. I keep telling you, even though he writes it in paper, it can't do nothing unless Congress say yes. It's already set up that way. This is how our country is set up. You got to go look at Schoolhouse Rock to see how our country is set up. Earth is an example, and some are angry. Separated by houses, donkey and the elephant. And it's all about true love. We have racism, sexism, colonialism, and all these other isms being judged by God. So many won't make it. I'm sorry, but not really. Everyone has a choice. Everyone has a choice. And I'm going to tell you why. It came to you in your sleep, but you denied him and didn't start the process because of fear, false evidence appearing real. I told you to start writing down stuff, and I know your dreams have been telling you stuff, and I know the dreams have been off the chart and they've been crazy, but you've been afraid. You can start now and go in the next round. He's so kind, loving, merciful, and caring. Some will say no, and that's okay. It's your choice. It's not easy, but it's worth it. You don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. That's the way I like it. Kendrick Lamar and SZA. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because